Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Blade Warband Viking Conquest Edition, where we're making somewhat slow but a somewhat steady progress. Still a long way to go yet before we are somewhat secure. We still have a very small faction of our own. And we're currently at war with the Kingdom of Lathan up here, the Kingdom of the Unil of Erlich in the red over here, and the Kingdom of the Ulaid here in the yellow. I also imagine we'll be at war with the Kingdom of Northumbria again soon, so we need to make some peace with some people. We need to try to take some more land. How are you today, Whiskers? You good? You have a few more people than I would like to really take on, although a lot of those are just labourers and skirmishers. You do have also quite a few champions and bodyguards, which are significantly tougher than I would like, so I'm going to actually run away. I'm doing okay, thank you. Elston's been defeated, that's unfortunate, but we're just going to have to deal with it. Hello Cucumbers, how are you today? Are you on the phone Twitch or are you on actual Twitch? I'm doing okay, thank you. I'm working in 3 hours, but I've just woken up, so I thought I'd do some streaming in the meantime. Oh, you're actually on your PC today, nice. Let's keep an eye out for any hostile groups in the area. Not that there seem to be any, but we need to be careful because we are at war with 3 different groups of people, so it's entirely possible. How's our morale doing? Okay, actually. We're going to keep on upgrading whoever we can, despite the fact that it comes with a big old cost. I think it'll be worth it. I'll probably move the brigade down slightly. I don't think we need to be there that high up the chain of command, really. We're going to head back via probably Bember, Jorvik, see what's happening in this part of the world. Because our lords are still not, by any means, kind of safe. As you can see there, Lord Bodich has been defeated. One of our lords. But I'm guessing that's purely because of all the groups of people coming in after us. There's no prison broker here. There are some spearmen, but I don't think that's entirely useful for our purposes. I'll pick up that dried meat and fish just for a variety of food. Gives us that little bit of extra morale. Gwyneth Trader, I don't think we're actively at war with them, so that's not a problem. They just don't seem to like us for some reason. Ransom broker, that's what I was looking for. 1800 pennies. It's not going to make a huge amount of difference, but it will just help that a little bit more. And now let's head back to our relative safety of our kingdom. We've still got a long way to go before we can consider ourselves safe in the area. I'll just have a quick look at the corn. Whoa! Whoa! Cornwall, my word! What? Oh my goodness, Wessex. Wessex is dying. Wessex has only got Canterbury and Hampton here. Wow. I've never seen a Cornwall this strong before. They're the faction who normally start down here in the bottom left of the map. They normally only have that Bosvenna, Dintagel and Jefdowen. The rest of them are normally part of Wessex, but they've really expanded. They've become such a strong faction this game. I'm quite impressed. But yeah, this is the south is not a safe place to be. You've got 3 very strong factions here. You've got Cornwall, you've got Gwynedd here in the green, and East Angle in the dark blue. Mias is almost dead at this point. This is Wessex. That's quite something. That's why we've decided to not start in that part of the world. Good grief. Right, let's go see what we can do to make a difference in our part of the world. How are we doing in terms of morale? We're doing okay. Keep on upgrading people, but of course that comes with a cost. Very expensive, these guys, but they are worth it in the long run. There we go. Move them up. We need to find someone to kill. I'm going to head over towards Dalaverti Balavati. Bolo keeps on dying, it seems. If nothing else, I'll kill these guys here for the morale and the bonus loot that comes with it. Wigston is hopefully going to try stabilise Quilnam to get enough people inside. Which we do need, because otherwise we're going to struggle to hold Quilnam, as it's just not well defended enough, really. But that's okay. We can make it work. All we do need to do is keep our... Oh, that's a big cavern. We need to keep our morale high and the quality of our troops high, because otherwise we're going to have a whole bunch of issues. Okay, infantry at the front, spearmen at the front, archers, and skirmishers at the back as normal, please. I'm guessing, are they going to charge in for us? I hope they will. We have a big line, look at that. It looks like they might actually be waiting. Okay, well I think we can just charge then. It's not that significant of a group that I think we need to wait and let them come to us. Archers can come up here, as can skirmishers, as can cavalry. Because most of those guys I think are fairly lightly armoured, so we shouldn't have too much trouble. I'll just try and draw some of the fire with my horse while the rest of our troops get into position. I definitely asked the skirmishers to move, but maybe they didn't. Cavalry can hold here. Spearmen can charge. I think that's the one I maybe mispressed. Because Solvik here is really pushing the boat out. She's going to get absolutely massacred at the front line there. But that's okay. We should be okay. In fact, I think everyone can just charge at this point. We're pretty much okay. Oh, there goes Solvik. Especially as a lot of these guys are archers and skirmishers, the best thing we can do is just charge them down as quickly as possible. Just massacre these line of monks and ladies, and then carry on our way. Let's at least get us some morale, because I've noticed that if you don't fight enough, you tend to struggle with morale issues. I doubt we'll get any that loot that's that incredible, but at least we can do some good work here in the meantime. There we go. Keep on cleaving through the herd. Everyone's starting to run now. Hopefully we can catch up with at least some of them. Does feel a little bit bad just massacring these unarmed peasants. Well, I mean, they've got weapons, they're just not very strong. Deal with you. I mean, they're not going to be worth much in terms of in terms of being slaves anyway, so that's why it's good to kill them from some experience. Now our horse is incredibly slow. There we go. I think there's one stronger soldier here who could definitely do with killing for the loot. There we go. In terms of the... Oh my goodness. Okay, I think we're going to tab out because we've defeated the enemy. Everyone else is just running now. We'll take whatever prisoners we can. Even if they're not worth that much, they'll be worth, you know, something. There we go. Share the loot as is common. Not going to be worth much at all, but we'll sell it for however many pennies we can get. There we go. Move these guys up because they're actually pretty decent soldiers. There we go. Ooh, still still that little bit ill, still sniffling quite a lot. I do apologise. I seem to have been ill for the last month. Hasn't really settled down yet. Not sure what's causing it, but hey ho. Okay, what's next? So Quillenheim is still vastly underprotected, so we can't really bring Wigston out of there for the time being until he sorts that problem out. Goblin's got a decent amount of troops inside. If I now call the banners, I don't think I've called the banners already. Yes, let me call the banners, see who would turn up for an actual campaign. Because I imagine not everyone will, but some people will. And we're still making a lot of money per week, which is good. Hampton has been attacked by the Cornish. Where are you going, Elfston? What are you and your men doing? We're going to Kerajed. I'm not accompanying the Marshal because I fear he may lead us into disaster. How rude of you. Well, you're coming with me anyway. Because I'm your boss. I know you don't like me very much, but you're coming with me nonetheless. Because I'm going to try to get you some land. And I want Wigston to come with me, even though it means that relations with Quillenheim is not going to be great. I also give him some money to hopefully fix my relations within Quillenheim. He's going to follow me. I don't think anyone else is going to follow me, but that might give me enough troops to go up and take some land from the Kingdom of Lathland. Just trying to find some other lords around. Balaverti has been raided, that's understandable. Actually, that's probably where the rest of the troops are. Dunderverti has been besieged, okay. We're going to need to run to get there in time. Thorsten, you need to come with me. Because this is like the majority of our forces here. We're going to need everyone we can get. We might just need to end up retaking this place, to be honest. Elston, come with me. Because I think you're running away. Problem is, when they don't like us very much, they're not going to follow us into combat. That's the only problem. Well, they're not going to follow us as Marshal. We probably need to appoint a new Marshal, but then stuff doesn't get done. That's the only problem. Oh, hello there. You're out of position. Come here. Okay, we actually can't catch up to you. That's a mild concern. Okay, we just need to avoid that because we're going to lose the castle in the meantime. Make sure everyone's still with us. We will just have to take Dunderverti back from the Ulade because I don't think we're going to be able to get there in time to actually do any significant damage. Follow me. I think we will probably lose Dunderverti before we get there because we were. Yeah, there's a siege already happening. Oh, that's 800 men. Good grief. Okay, well, we can't take out that many troops. Let's pull back. We'll let them take Dunderverti and then we'll have to take it back in a second. At least that's the plan. I wonder if we can get these warrior archers to join us. Would you join me? 9,000 pennies? Sure. We lose morale, we lose reputation. It's not ideal. But having some additional troops is very useful indeed. And the Norse warrior bowmen are pretty damn good troops, all things considered. Let's make sure everyone's still following us. And we're going to just go... You know what we can do? We can go take... Maybe we can go take something from the Kingdom of Lathland while we're waiting, and then go back and take the other one. We'll go back and take Balaverti. At least that's the plan. Let's go try to take Dunberty. I just need to make sure that the troops stay with me, because otherwise they're going to not be thrilled about following, because they don't believe in my marshalship. So we're going to have to keep on telling them to follow me, otherwise they're not going to do anything. Thorsten, I have a new task for you. Follow me. And Wigston, I need to follow me as well. Keep on heading to... Yeah, we lost Dunaverty, we'll have to take it back. Obviously Don Chad's not thrilled with us, but what can we do? We can't take out 800 of them by ourselves. But what we can do is try... Oh, Kerajed as well? Man, the hits just keep coming, good grief. Okay, well, we're here now at Dunbeatty, we can't turn back. It takes so long to get up. Ooh, that's a lot of men. If we besiege here, would you surrender? Or you wouldn't? Oh dear. Because the king is inside, that's the problem. If we get the king to run out, but I don't think he's going to for any particular reason. If we go to Balbeatty, first of all let's recruit some people. But I want to meet with the leader. I want you to... Oh, I can't get him to set a fire, that's annoying. Okay. We're going to probably lose Kerajed as well because of the Ulade. We'll have to go back and... Okay, we can't do Kingdom of Latham for the time being, that's for sure. I need to make sure everyone stays with me because I'm going to need this firepower to be able to blag my way back into these castles. A great host near Kerajed. We're not going to have to hold on to that, are we? Good grief. Arguably, we don't actually need to have a castle for ourselves. Lord Dunchad is not thrilled with us, but, you know, what can you do? When people don't join me on campaign, this is what happens. Don't know where... Okay, everyone's still with us. I want to go to Dunaverty and actually get this castle back if I can. Because in the meantime, we're not going to be able to take Kerajed if there's a great host there. No, you come back here, sir. Sir, come back here. You're still coming with me. All three of you are coming with me, actually. Because we're going to have to blag our way back into Dunaverty, I think. Follow me. And then we're going to have to do the same with... let's just hope there's not a huge army here. There's not. Okay, we're just going to blag our way in. Besiege. And I want you to surrender. There we go. We take the fort back. And it's going to have to go to... Probably... Actually, Elfston needs it more than we do. So Elfston can take it. Although it means we're going to have to the next work on Don Chad and Bodo. But at least Elfston should now like us a bit more. Populus is against us. We've at least got some men back inside Dunaverty now. I'm guessing he's not going to... No, he's not going to stay with us. He's going to go inside his land. Where's Kerajed? There it is. And it's definitely going to be taken because we're not going to be able to take it back. There we go. Lord Donchad is continually dying. Let's make sure these guys stay with us. I've lost the... Okay, so now we are based in Quilnam until we can get some space back for ourselves, our core back for ourselves. Oh, dearie me. Morale is low, understandably. We're heading to Dunbreaton quickly, actually, to see if we can fix that problem. There's Happy Widow here. That will at least put a kind of a suture over the wound. It's not going to fix everything. How many for these Sphere Warriors? I'm actually going to hire them, even though they're blooming expensive, but they're strong troops. These Sphere Warriors. They're definitely worth keeping hold of. But I need to still focus on trying to fix my morale issues while also... It's probably too... Oh, hello. Let's go after you. Let's go to some of these Ulade factions, lords, if we can. Come back here. Okay. Let us kill you because you are annoying me as a faction, and we need to ensure that we can win. There seems to be no one willing to duel. That's sad. A speech. Bad speech. Okay, let's just start battle holding position. I'm expecting the Kingdom of Norway to attack us again as well. So we need to... We're going to struggle to fight against 4 different factions. So we are going to have to do something... We're going to have to pull something out of the bag here, that's for sure. We don't really have any allies, which is one of the main problems at the moment I'm facing. Archers and skirmishers on the hill, cavalry on the side. I'm guessing they're going to push to us, so let's at least try and get ready. At least our archers are starting to fire. This is an Irish faction, so I do stand a bit of a better chance in terms of melees, just because they're more... They tend to have a little bit less armour. If I need to try sue either Kingdom of Lathland or Ulade for peace. At this point, I don't see the point of being at war with like 4 or 5 different factions. It's just not going to be good at all for anything. That's their infantry and spearmen charge, because they have a lot of cavalry in mind. Good grief, I didn't notice. The more we can do to damage their horses, the better. We do have these Sphere Warriors who should provide us a nice kind of frontline shock troop. And we're going to let everyone charge now. Because we just need to close down their archers as quickly as possible, really. At least that's the plan. Arguably, probably go after a peasant woman isn't the best use of my time, but it's okay. I don't know where the leader is, but if we could deal with him, that would also knacker their morale. Let's not do that, because now we're going to be stuck out of position. Get off the pony, so we're a little bit safer. Deal with you. I think our pony might have been killed in the process, but it's okay. Can always get a new one. Ow. Let's hold probably on this hill here, I would imagine. Everyone hold here for just for a second. Actually no, just charge, just charge. I think that's the better use of our time, because otherwise we're going to have to deal with that huge archer line without much success. And the best thing we can do with that archer line is just attack them as soon as possible, really. Okay, they've lost the lead. That's going to not help their morale, which is good. Everyone keep charging, please. We need to make friends with our lords again, because they really just don't like us at the moment. I'm not sure what the best way to do that is. Obviously help them with any fights, with any engagements, but until that point, there's not much we can do. We keep giving them land because we keep losing land, but it's not an ideal situation either if we have to keep on retaking land that we've already lost or already gained, and then we have to keep retaking it. Really, we want to always be pushing forward and taking new land if we can, but we may not have that. We may not have that luxury. We just have to work with it as best we can. Are they putting back to some of their reinforcements? I think they are. No, I think it's just these are the remaining troops. So they decided to pull back to the hill for a sense of security and safety, which would make sense. Deal with you. Thank you, sir. Have a nice day. Come again. You don't get to escape. No one gets to escape, apart from the people who will get to escape. But in principle, no one is allowed to escape. But some people will, because we're at the edge of the map. Okay, you're dealt with. I don't think we're going to be able to catch that guy back there, but maybe someone could hit him with a bow or sling or something. These guys I don't think we're going to be able to get to, but look at you. That guy looks cool. He's the other leader. There we go, we defeated the enemy. He hates us already, so we're going to take him prisoner because we're never going to be able to get him back to positive relations with us. We'll take whoever we can, and we will take all of this as well. All the prisoners. There we go. And we'll show the looters as common. We get a war trophy, we get a battle trophy, but apart from that, nothing too incredible. But it should hopefully help our morale that little bit more. At least it's hopefully no longer on low. No, we're just below average, which is hardly ideal. Oh, there's Wolf here. We need to see you follow me, because we're going to have to take the other place back. Bodo is being taken prisoner. It's not great. There's a problem, because they just kind of do their own thing and they get taken prisoner, and every time that happens when I'm marshal, it just makes them more angry with me. You come across unguarded cattle from a village nearby. Return the animals to the village and ask their reward. Helps our reputation that little bit more. I have new tasks for you. You need to follow me. Everyone's really rather angry with me, but what can we do? We'll head to Karajed. Oh, hello. There's a enemy force we can go after here. Oh, 544. I don't like that at all. That's a big fight. That's a big fight. We're doing it. Can I make peace with the Ulade? No. Oh, 324. Ugh. That's it. I think I was expecting more people to join me in that engagement and they didn't. Well, we're going to be fighting at a severe disadvantage here. That's a bit of a problem actually. We'll pull back if we need to, but if we can... They are the Irish factions, so if we can do some good damage, that'd be wonderful. We need to get up to a hill quickly. So you guys can't dilly-dally back there. You need to get up to this hill quickly for us to even stand a chance, because they're already on their hill. In fact, I'm going to pull back to a different hill, although that does cause a bit of a tough thing there, but that's okay. We'll just have to deal with it. We're going to use this hill here to our advantage as best we can. Everyone pull back. There's more troops here than I would have liked. I was expecting the person with 281 troops to come and join us, but they didn't. And so now we're in a bit of a tough situation. But what can we do? We just have to work with it as best we can. Infantry, hold here. We might be able to win via careful placement of things, but we'll have to see. Archer skirmishers on the hill. Infantry and spearmen hold the front line. And we'll do what we can. I'm guessing they're gonna... Hopefully we can get them to come after us, because I don't want to charge them with less numbers. We'll have to see. I'm hoping they will... It looks like they are going to push forward. That's fine. Let's pull our cavalry back up here. I definitely want any reinforcement waves to spawn near me and not... Or any of my reinforcement waves to spawn near me and not have their reinforcement waves spawn over there. We'll have to see. We do have quite a few Norse warrior archers from those guys that we bought. So we'll hopefully try to use this to our advantage. I know they're going to have a lot of strong infantry, but if we can deal with kind of their low-lying soldiers before, kind of their low-level soldiers, the rank and file, then we might stand a chance. But this is a big army. I think we're at a loss of about... We're at a disadvantage of about 2 to 1, which is not ideal. But we might be okay. Especially if our Norse archers can do some good work, although they haven't managed to get a kill yet. But I'm guessing they've at least started to knacker someone's health. But I don't know how this is going to go. We might just need to pull back. Because I'd rather lose like a third of my troops than all of my troops, if that makes sense. Let's try. You know, if I can kill the commander, that would also be excellent. We've just taken a lot more damage than I would have liked. Try to take out this horse if we can. The more horses and leaders we can take out, the better, really. Guys, don't turn your backs to the main army. I know there's a horseman back there, but it means that your shields are not facing the right way around. That's a problem. How are we doing? We've killed 13 of them for no loss yet. But our Norse Royal Archer is going to start running out of arrows pretty soon. Let's try to deal with this. Oh, it's going to be tough. Our horse is not fast enough to really get close, that's the problem. I think they are now kind of charging in, however, so we'll try and use that to advantage. I don't know how many throwing weapons we still have, but looks like not many. Infantry, spearmen charge, let's give it a go. Even though they are going to have the superior numbers, which is a problem. If we win this fight, it's going to be an absolute miracle, to be honest. Let's get the archers in as well, they can do some damage. Everyone pull back to the hill. Ow! Okay, that's not good. 53 damage, that's a lack of... That's one charisma down, and it's going to knacker our morale as well. We're going to pull back, we're not going to be able to win that, I don't think. How many would I need to leave behind? 19 troops, god damn it. Where were you, Wigston? You could have joined the fight. Would you now join the fight if I came back in? Oh, here we go. This is more like it. Ultimate peace, no. Surrender or die. 655 versus 516. This is a much better situation. I wonder, could someone tell me how long I've been streaming for, please? That would be very helpful indeed. Commander options, there's nothing we can do. But at least we have the numerical advantage now. This still not may not be a guaranteed win, but we might have a little bit of a better chance. And we do seem to have a nice hill near us as well, which is good. Big old hill, in fact. Tactically, though, we're on the same number of troops, but we'll have one more reinforcement wave than he will, I would gather. Okay, archers here, skirmishers here. Infantry and spearmen will hold this hill. We're going to absolutely abuse this hill as best we can to try to turn the situation around. But he should also have quite a few prisoners for us to recruit, I would hope. And then once we've done this, we'll try to take Kerriger back, and we'll probably give it to someone else because we don't actively need our own castle at the moment. As long as we can hold court somewhere, it doesn't really matter to me that I don't have my own castle. What I do care about is having lords that don't actually despise me. But, you know, we're a new faction. We're always going to have these issues. I'm going to get the spearmen and infantry to advance 10 paces just to give a bit of clearance for the archers and skirmishers behind. But we are absolutely going to abuse this hill because this is incredible. And if they want to charge up this hill, they're going to really struggle. We haven't... Oh no, we have killed a few people, that's good. And now we actually have the support of the other nobles, because before we didn't, and that was rather annoying. We do need to probably trigger them into charging, however, so I'm going to let my few cavalrymen charge. in an effort to get them to charge uphill. I don't know if I'll be able to bait them into charging uphill, but if I can, that would be very useful indeed. We'll chuck in our throwing weapons. There we go. That's at least one kill we didn't have before. I'm trying to throw into that throng of infantry soldiers because that's the biggest concern by far that we have. And now we need to get out of here because our horse is going to be absolutely massacred. I want them to come up the hill at me, but they're not. I don't think they're going to. This is definitely the biggest fight we've had in a long time. Are we just going to stand off here? I really want them to charge, but I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can bait them into doing so. Oh, it looks like they're charging now. Actually, they're sort of charging. Because we have a lot of throwing weapons, I want to be able to utilise that to best advantage, really. Although we might have thrown the majority of them already. As soon as they're kind of in that... Okay, let's go now, I think. Everyone charge. Well, we've got the uphill advantage. Our horse is not strong enough to go up these mountains without dying. This might be the battle that we need to turn this round on the Ulade, which would be excellent. We might even be able to go take some land off them in Ireland itself. Especially as they've just lost the leader, that would be excellent news. Oh, there goes a horse, as expected. You're dealt with. Taking a lot of low damage, but it does all add up. I think probably mostly from these guys behind me, but what can we do? Looks like they're starting to already run, but they are getting some reinforcements in. Again, I think we are just going to push them. That's the best chance we have, really, actually doing some useful damage to them. Everyone charge. I don't know if we've got the archers to charge, but they should be charging now. It does mean that now they're going to be on the hill, so maybe we'll pull back to this mound here. So we let them come down the hill a little bit, at least initially. Well, that being said, I think we just need to charge purely because they've got so many ranged units, as the Irish tend to do. And those soldiers don't look that much better than ours, so we should be okay, and our reinforcement wave should be pretty close when it does spawn in. At least that's the hope. We are taking a lot of damage from these ranged weapons, so we do need to be careful that we don't die. At least not die yet, if we can help it. Let's go after you as best we can. Our side lost a leader. It's going to be one of our lords, but that's okay. We'll just have to deal with it. Leave me alone. I want to stay alive, please, sir. Okay, you're dealt with. I'm guessing, yeah, okay, we've got a new reinforcement wave coming in for us, which is good. We do need to get our face fixed after we took a hit. We've taken a hit on charisma, I think, from that most recent wound. So we will need to deal with that. That's a lot of troops, but we do have some more troops coming in, so I think that's okay. Our side's lost a leader. It's going to be this chap here, Wolfston. I think it was Wolfston. Everyone charge. We need to probably go help with this melee scrum over here more than anything else. The more we can deal with these guys, the better. Oh, let's deal with you because you're the bannerman. That should help with morale as well. Ow. Okay, we're knocked out. I don't know if we're going to win. I think we should win this purely off numbers, but it's going to be a little bit... It's a little tough to tell when you can't actually check the stats for yourself. we'll get a more cinematic view, that's for sure. The Battle of Quilnam is going to be a big one. Well, I mean, this Battle of Quilnam is a big one, that's for sure. Okay, we get some more reinforcements coming in. Presumably they've got some more reinforcements coming in as well. At least soon they should do. But there we go, we can give them a nice cinematic view. Berserker's back to normal. I'm hoping we have the advantage here. I think we will, but it's never quite a done deal by any means. Oh, sorry, the camera changed. I was checking to see how long I've been streaming and the camera decided to flip itself around. Looks like we're getting the better of them though, which is nice. I think there will be probably another engagement we have to do after this one. If I get to take this guy prisoner, I'm taking him prisoner, I'm just putting him inside the castle somewhere. I don't want to ransom him back. Because 600 troops is a ridiculous amount to try deal with on an average basis. Looks like they're all running now, excellent. We'll kill as many as we can. That's probably all that we actually can deal with. We defeated the enemy. Have we... Okay, we've got 5 days to deal with that problem there, but we still have to do another fight yet, but we should be able to deal with that now that we have a much bigger advantage in terms of troops. Where do we want to hold? We'll hold on this hill here, although I imagine we're going to have to charge them. I imagine they won't be too eager to charge us given the number deficit they have. So we'll actually push up to them. We'll be the person who initiates the battle this time, just because otherwise they're not gonna come in for us, so we're gonna have to go in for them really. So everyone follow me. We'll push up and hopefully we can do some damage without taking too many losses, because we will need to go back and take care of Rajed. Although it should still be very lightly defended or lightly garrisoned, having just been taken, we should be able to blag our way back inside it. We don't actually need a castle for ourselves really at the moment. If it was a town, then I wouldn't mind, but a castle I don't particularly mind if it goes to someone else. We'll push up to this hill here. It's going to be very close to them. We've got a lot of bannermen, my word, there's like 6 or 7. I think they're called tabernacles? I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to have the infantry charge and the spearmen charge. They just come out of formation. Cavalrymen may pull back slightly. It's going to take a while before we actually engage here, but that's okay. At least the infantry in. Okay, skirmishers and archers can hold somewhere else. Just there for the time being, so they don't get too far ahead. But it looks like they are actually going to come in for us, which is fine. Deal with this horse. Deal with that horse if we can. Wonderful. Break your momentum completely. Actually, the best thing to do with horses is just breaking the momentum as best possible. I think everyone can just charge now. We're close enough. And they're probably close enough that they're going to engage in a fight pretty soon, although it does mean all our kind of weaker troops are at the front lines at the moment, but we'll just deal with it. Oh, and we're knocked out. But that's because we pushed a little bit too far ahead. That's okay, we should be okay to win this, although the renown loss is a little bit annoying because it does knacker how many troops we can have in our party, but we just have to deal with it. And here we go, the big shield wall clash has begun for this battle. So, I think Hogwarts Legacy as a series is going to be retired purely because I don't think my PC can keep up with it while also streaming. It just seems to lag quite a lot, and well, not lag, but I have quite a few frame drop issues. and so I just don't think it's a feasible series for the time being. But I think I'll replace it with Alien Isolation, which was a horror game, which I'm bloody terrified of. I can't do horror games very well, but I think it'll make for a good live stream series. So I think that's all we will replace it with, and you get to see me act very scared and probably scream in terror, which is perfect. How are we doing? I think we're okay. Yeah, hopefully. When I say that, we are actually being pushed back a little bit. Reinforcements have arrived. I'm guessing that's because they have the stronger quality of troop than ours. I shouldn't have pushed forward unnecessarily. That's my mistake, but hey ho, we just have to deal with the consequences of our actions now. We could actually just pull back and start again, which I think we'll do. We lose quite a bit of renown and morale for doing so, which is not ideal. And now we're going to have to just let our troops attack without us because we're too injured to really get involved. There we go, we defeated the enemy. You are my prisoner and I'm not letting you go without any... I don't want to let you go for anything really. We've let Bodo go, which is going to really help his reputation with us, thank goodness. And we can take these guys prisoners, and we will take them prisoner. Our morale is very low, which is not ideal. I'm absolutely going to take all these prisoners, because that's going to help when we go try to take back Kerajed. We'll take as many important troops as we can get away with. Standard bearers, veteran skirmishers. Veterans, horsemen, Vikings, nobles, ship captains, and we'll take this Norse companion as well. Share the loot. That's a lot of battle trophies for us, my word. It's going to be very useful indeed. Of course, we'll take everything else that we can, but there's not going to be much space. And I want to head to Kerajed pretty quickly. Oh, Dunaverty's been besieged by the O'Neill. Man, we're just going back and forth and back and forth. And Wessex is no more. That's arguably much bigger news. East Anglia took over Canterbury and Cornwall took over Hampton. There we go, Wessex is out of the game. But soon we're going to be out of the game. That's going to be a concern for us as well. We're going to go to Kerajed and take it back if we can. We need to bring Wigston with us. He's really the only one that can do this. And he at least likes us because we did some good fighting with him. I need you to come with me as well. You still don't like me very much, Warfare, but come with me anyway. I need to stop inside Quillenarm as well. Purely to... get my court fixed. I'll dispatch an emissary to... Hang on, let's just have a quick look about who might actually consider a truce with us. Lathand might end with a truce. Erlich might end with a truce. Ulaid likely won't. Okay, so we'll send... We will send dispatches to both of those guys. We'll send, arguably, I think Erlich is more important at the moment. So I'm going to send Solvig to do that. And I'll send I'll send Bade to try to get a truce with the Kingdom of Lathand. I would like for them to not have Dunaverty, but they are going to siege it out. Let's take Kerajed back quickly, because there's not going to be that many troops inside that we're going to be able to take it. Yeah, we should be able to take that back. Would you surrender? Yes, you will. You may leave the fort, but I want it back. There we go. And I'm going to wait until I've determined take council. There we go. We lose some morale, which is not good. Morale is going to be in the absolute tank. There we go. we need to run to Edinburgh. We'll need to take back Dunaverty momentarily, but we have much bigger problems that we need to head to Quilnarm quickly. Because we have some major morale issues, my word. Speak to Brunhild. I want to give a fief of Trefraged to... Well, Donchad is the real issue here because he's struggling. There we go. And I want to give Kerajed, because I don't actually think I need it for myself. As long as I can hold court somewhere, it doesn't particularly matter. Kerajed, who needs that particularly? I think Wolf here probably does. Bodo needs some land, but we'll have to get him some in a little bit. So we'll give Wolf here some land. That's going to hopefully balance him out a bit. And now we need to deal with our own morale issues pretty quickly. We're going to run to Edoras, hopefully before we lose any more troops. And we're going to go to the mead hall, speak to Gula or Hula, and get our men some happy time with the prostitute. And we'll also speak to Wamba here, and I want to have a feast again for some more morale. And I'm also going to give them some money. That gives me 18 morale, which is very useful indeed. Although it still only puts our morale back at average, which is disgustingly low. And we're going to have to go retake Dunaverty because it's going to be under siege. If we can get Wigston to still stay with us, that'd be good. Let's just make sure they still stay with us. And same for Wolf here as well. It's not great, but it might be enough troops to at least save Dunaverty when it gets taken. I don't know where they've gone. Oh, they're here. They're going after some masterless men. That feels unnecessary. But we'll go in and help them, because that might also get us a little bit of relation with Don Chad. No, it won't, because he doesn't like us. Oh well. I don't think we can get Don Chad to follow us, can we? New task for you, follow me. Yes, he will, but probably not for that long because he doesn't like us. We're going to head into Edinburgh and sell all our battle trophies, etc., because we have a lot of them. That's a lot of battle trophies. Look at that, my word. And we'll also sell stuff here. That's probably also not helping our morale issues if we only have bread and grain. You know, it's not very high quality food, and you know, our troops want meat and cheese and ale. They can't have ale because ale's too expensive, but in general we should probably give them some better food than what we have at the moment. So we'll pick up all this cheese, this dried meat. We can now afford it, and we'll pick up the fruit as well as the bread and grain, because we just need to make sure we always have a good constant supply of food. Head to the mead hall. I'm hoping we can sell our prisoners here. We can't. How much do you cost, these spearmen? I think we'll leave that for a moment. I'd rather spend it on kind of some sphere warriors if we can. The blooming Kingdom of Ehrlich is going to take that place back off us. There we go. Elston is now, of course, annoyed. Morale is a problem. And this guy wants to kill me. I think his weapon's broken. So now he has to try punch me. Look. We'll solve our problems, but just wait a bit, okay? Wait until things have calmed down. We just spent a lot of money trying to sort out our morale issues and instantaneously dropped again. It's a real pain trying to keep our morale positive all the time. Can we buy my men some ale? That's a lot of money for not much morale, but we'll just have to deal with it. And we're going to have to go take Dunaverty back before... Oh, 394. Good grief. Oh, I should have dropped off these prisoners somewhere. We're going to have to deal with it somehow. If I can take this guy on by himself, that'd be good. Yield or die, we'll fight you to the end. 524 versus 386. We should have this in the bag, I would hope. But we've got some pretty high profile prisoners inside our prisoner tab. I'd like to get them somewhere safe. Because if they escape, then they can obviously set up a new army and come back and attack us again. So we're going to have to make this work somehow. We're going to hide in this corner, and hopefully he can come attack us. So infantry here, spearmen here, kind of the usual setup we have for one of these engagements. Archers and skirmishers up the top, cavalry, well, wherever, because there's only like 2 of them. I'm guessing they're going to come in for us, but we should have this in the bag. We have a few more troops than them. And I'm hoping we'll have enough troops afterwards to actually be able to still take Dunderberty back for ourselves. That way we can still kind of leave where we... or still be where we left off, where we still have all the castles we initially had. The problem is we're constantly in war with like 3 or 4 factions. If we could just be at war with maybe 1 or 2 factions, we'd be in a much better spot to do some good work, but clearly not at the moment. Let's get our infantry and spearmen. Okay, our spearmen are there. Our infantry just need to move forward to a better spot, like here. This is another Irish faction, so I'm hoping we'll be okay. Shirtless men. Yes, the Irish faction tends to have a lot of shirtless men, more than we do. I don't know. They just have a proclivity for not wearing shirts, apparently. If we get them to charge in first, that'd be much better. But we may not be able to manage that. He's stunning his war cry, which isn't that useful. We'll let our cavalry charge in the hope that we might be able to prompt him into attacking. And we'll try and get a couple of these guys killed as well. It looks like, okay, it looks like they're actually coming in now. Oh boy. That reminds me, we do need to get ourselves healed. We do need to get ourselves healed so we don't have a loss of charisma. Looks like they are sort of charging in now, but we've already taken a bad knock this engagement. I don't want to get too involved, because at least I can still kind of command my men, but once I get knocked out there's no chance for me to do that. Okay, we've already done quite well. We've already knocked out 10 of them, presumably just with our ranged units, because we do have quite a few of these Norse warrior archers who are good units, but they get through their arrows very quickly indeed. And these guys' quivers are already empty. But I don't want to push to the front lines because I'm just going to end up dying. I already have very little health. I've got a nasty couple of javelins either in me or the horse. And so, oh, but there's another one in the horse. Run, run, run. Leave the poor horse alone. I really want them to charge us, but we may not have the option. Try to do some throwing weapons from a distance. It's not really doing anything, is it? Are they coming in for us now? No, they're doing their weird, like, I'm going to dance around and kind of get involved, not actually get involved. Well, I think the skirmishers might be getting involved now, which is good. Yeah, it looks like they're coming in now. Excellent. Now we can do some damage with our throwing weapons, but we've kind of wasted the majority of them. Everyone's going to charge now. We're going to kind of still stay back. We're not going to get involved unless we... well, we do need to, but if we actually get knocked unconscious, it's not going to help anyone really. We'll just try to do a kind of 1 or 2 charges at the side, but we're not going to get... If we can find ourselves a... We'll go maybe this horse, that might help. They've got some new enemies arriving. This is an actual pony which isn't lame, so that's probably a good start, and also has full health, so we'll definitely take that person with this horse for our kind of noble steed for the time being. Now they're running backwards, we could probably actually come and take a few of them. No, we can't. I regret that charge completely. 4 now lost, and now it's completely up to the AI to determine who will win this. Although we could pull back and start again. But we lose so much renown from doing that, that's the only problem. Rousing speech, good speech, wonderful. Skirmishers, we don't manage anything. 487 versus 265. Right, this time, let's not be an idiot and charge in. That was actually a pretty good map had I not been an idiot. Yeah, we need to not pull back, because taking 27 renown as a hit every single time is not worthwhile. That's for sure. Okay, they're over there. We'll set up on this hill here then. It's not as good a hill as the previous one, but we'll just have to make it work. Infantry and spearmen here. Archers and skirmishers up the top. And this time we don't get involved. Because even 1 or 2 of these kind of major hits, you know, 1 rogue javelin can just spell the end for us. It's incredible. So infantry and spearmen there. Let's get our archers just up a little bit. Let the other guys through. Are they going to charge us? It seems not. That's annoying. I guess we do have the kind of quite heavy troop advantage over them. Okay, everyone follow me. Let's go. We'll at least try to get involved in the fight a bit quicker. We'll set up here. This should cause an engagement between someone else, between us and the other army. We'll set up something like that. We'll let the... I suppose we could let the cavalry charge, but I don't think that's worthwhile. When the infantry and spearmen move in shield formation, they do take a long time to get involved in the actual fight. I suppose they kind of move as a cohesive unit, so in that regards it makes sense. Okay. Oh, I just took a screenshot by accident. Never mind. Infantry and spearmen there. We've done some big fights this stream. Not necessarily... We've come out on top for the most part, but at a cost of men, troops, morale and money. We certainly can't keep this up continuously, that's for sure. Okay, that cavalryman's coming in. We'll try... No, let's not do what I was doing before. Let's not be silly. Let's actually just play the commander for a change instead of just trying to be a soldier. Especially as it looks like they're charging in now. Well, they're sort of charging in. Let's get back to a little bit more opportune area. How many of them have we taken out so far? We've taken out 3 of them so far for no loss. Oh, I missed my Pendor archers, where we just decimated an entire army before they even got close to you. But they are very overpowered. I probably could have used that horse actually, never mind. We'll let our cavalry charge in the hopes to prompt them into charging. We'll let the infantry spread out to hopefully try to let Clovis through. Although it looks like they might be charging already, which is good, but we'll at least bring Clovis in to try do this, just to bait them into that last few bits of attack. Basically bait them into attacking properly. Right. Infantry charge, spearmen charge. And probably archers charge, because the Norse archers can do some good work once they've actually finished with their arrows. We're going to stay relatively at the back and maybe just do a little bit of throwing with our weapons, because we do not have the health to be able to get involved, and if we get knocked out it just doesn't help anything. For once I'm going to try to play as the commander instead of just playing as a soldier who's also the commander. We've got some more reinforcements coming in. Unfortunately they will spawn much closer, but we should be able to deal with them. We have the numerical advantage by quite a large amount. But we'll have to see. There we go, we did a kill. Now we need to run. I'm your king and lord. We contributed somehow. We'll let the skirmishers charge as well, because they might be able to do something useful. Certainly a lot of these guys, I don't know who they are, but are British champions. I don't know why they're back here. If they might be designated as a skirmisher, in which case we need to probably move them forward to infantry, because even if they do have throwing weapons, they'll be much more useful on the front lines than much further back. 119 troops coming in. That might be their last reinforcement wave, but it's not entirely clear. Again, we are just going to have to play the role of commander and not get involved too much. Maybe we can do some damage to the archer line from a distance anyway. Although our horse is not going to survive very long, that's for sure. Okay, we have reinforcements coming in now as well, which is good. We can just do a little bit of damage here and there. That'd be good. Oh, there goes a horse, which means we're going to be dead soon. There we go. But I'm not going to retreat, because I think we have the... Although we keep on losing small bits of renown, as long as we don't lose that 27 renown, I think that's important. But we should be able to win this. I think we do have the numbers to be able to deal with this, for the most part. Especially once the reinforcement wave catches up, and they are on their way. It's going to take a little while for them to catch up to our troops. Of course, we will definitely take some losses in this engagement, but then we're going to have to go try to Dunaverty or Balaverty, one of the two, back with our remaining troops. And I want to get these prisoners safe inside a castle tower somewhere. I just don't know where we can put them really, because I'd rather not sell them, because then they can just start a new army. But we may not have a choice. We'll have to see. Big old shield wall clash happening here. But we should be able to win this now that our reinforcements are here. Even though they may not be kind of our highest quality troops, they are still going to be good enough to do some good damage. And then we need to go siege some castles again. I can't believe the Wessex is out of the game. That's quite something, because they are normally seen as a really powerful faction. There we go, we've defeated them. They're normally the really, really strong faction. We lost 23 troops, that's okay. I'll let our troops finish that off. He managed to escape, that's unfortunate. We already have 70 prisoners that we can't take anymore. We are losing so much renown, it's really knackering our company size, so we need to be careful to not lose any more renown, because it really actually is having an adverse effect. So I need to make sure not to do that again. It's incredible how like a little bit of renown can change your party size that much. Because it's 167 now. Let's see when we have a next change of morale or next change of renown, see where that ends up. We get a war trophy. Maybe we get some battle trophies as well. There we go. And we'll take the rest of this to sell. Yeah, we lost so much space for our company, it's ridiculous. I'd rather not go after this guy, but we may not have a choice. We're going to have to go after him, I think. Surrender or die. 305 versus 179, but our most useful troops are probably out the game for the time being, but we'll hold position. We'll hold on this hill here, and then we'll work on it. I didn't really want to fight this guy, but he was going to go after one of our lords, and we can't let them be destroyed. That's the problem. But we need to also make sure we don't die, because we can see how much of an adverse effect the lack of, when we lose 4 renown, it actually really compounds our army size. And we used to be able to have the army size of about 300. Now we only have 174 from the amount of times we've died and have had to retreat. It's not good for our renown, so we need to stop doing that, really. Infantry in front, spearmen in front. Archers further back, please. As well as the skirmishers, they can join you. Okay, there we go. Infantry a little bit further forward. I think we have a lot more spearmen than we do infantry, that's for sure. But it looks like they're coming in for us though, which is good. Means we don't need to go after them. Lots of skirmishers, lots of horsemen. And again, we just can't get involved, we just have too little health. We've been in so many engagements continuously that we just don't seem to stand a chance. We'll let our cavalry charge in an effort to get them to push up against us. Which they might be doing anyway, but it's only a loss of 1 cavalryman even if we do charge in. But it looks like their cavalry is charging anyway, so it's not necessarily a problem. Because it means that probably the rest of them will charge in pretty soon as well. Okay, standing shield torn, that's okay, we should be okay to deal with them. We will chase after this guy as we are one of the few people on horseback to be able to deal with him. Try to use our throwing weapons to at least get him off his horse. Once he's off his horse, he should be a lot less of a problem. There we go, you're dealt with. Are they coming in yet, or are they still deciding to wait? Also, they're still deciding to wait for the time being. I'm aware that we might be making peace with Erdich at any time now, so I want to take the castle right back before we make a peace treaty, because otherwise then they'll hold on to that castle, because then we'll have made peace, and that's not good. Should be more shirtless men. There's plenty enough shirtless men, don't worry about it. There's at least like 10 in this line. Here you go, there's like 2 in quick succession. But this is what happens when you don't wear a shirt. You take a javelin in the neck and you die. How long have I been streaming for, just so I know? Because again, my phone is on charge. I I'm not entirely sure. Especially since the shirtless men show finished half an hour. Oh, I see. Wrestling. Hour 15. Thank you, cucumbers. Run! We don't have the health for this run. Run, 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 run. We can do some horse skirmishing from a distance, hopefully, though. At least do some useful damage. New enemies arrive, which means we do have the upper hand. But reinforcements arrived as well. Another script error. Reminds me to save after this, just in case we have a crash. Like we did before, which was not very welcome at the time. Yes. Throw some more throwing weapons in, either to destroy their shields or to destroy their health, one of the two. This looks to be our reinforcement wave, although they're not very strong troops. Most of these guys are just like barely armoured at all, to be honest. But there's only 67 of them left, so we shouldn't have too much of an issue. I want to stay alive, even if I don't get involved. I can't take the renown hits and have an even smaller army size going forward. Having seen kind of the devastating effects that can have. We need to keep any army size that we can for ourselves, really. Everyone charge. We'll try to draw some of their fire, but we want to keep on moving around just to ensure they can't come after us for the most part. Oh, there we go. That's why I shouldn't do this. It's another 4 renown lost. But we should make some renown back from this engagement, so we shouldn't lose too much. But we can't keep on losing renown like this. It's not going to help. It's just not going to help. More red code. It's mildly concerning. I'm hoping it's not an actual major problem with the game, because the red text does appear every now and then. Especially in modded games. Okay, we should win this. We should be okay to win this. I would hope, anyway. Okay, they are now running. Good. We will win this overall engagement, that's fine. We gain 7 renown. We get a war trophy, but we also free Elfston, which is excellent. That's going to buy us some time with him. And we get a bunch of prisoners as well. And we're going to take... would you believe we're going to take every single one? I think we can just about take every single one, even the peasant woman. We will take as well. We need to sell these prisoners, otherwise we're going to struggle to hold on to the more important prisoners that we have. I'll leave the rest of the prisoners for the rest of my men, or for the rest of the lords to take. There's a lot of battle trophies here that we want to be taking. That's a good amount of money and experience for us. Very welcome indeed. Wolf here has like no troops left. Wigston has not many troops left, but we're going to go try Dunderverti back. No, Wolf here. I need you. Come back. Oh, I don't really want to take on this Ulaid's Lord, but we might have to. We might not have a choice. Although it's just going to keep on meaning we're going to struggle. We're going to have a lot less troops, that's for sure. I'd definitely rather not charge, that's for sure. We have no health to work with either. But hopefully they will charge us. I did see he had a lot of labourers, which are not very high quality troops, but I imagine a lot of our quality troops are also out of the game for the time being. My concern is that the more we're fighting, the less chance we have of taking Dunderverti back before we make peace with Ehrlich. And we have a lot of these low level troops as well. If it comes to range, we have the higher quality, but they have much more. Like, we have very low and very high troops. They have much more kind of mid-range range, as it were. Mid-range range? That's hard to say. But they should charge us, hopefully. We have a lot. In fact, we have a lot of range troops. My word. I think we actually have more range troops than they do for a change, which is a little bit concerning because range troops tend to die very quickly unless they're these Norse warrior archers. We have quite a weak front line. We'll have to make it work because we need to save. We need to save this lord if we can, and then we'll just have to try to take down Huithril by ourselves. Because there's really no benefit for me being at war with Airlich anymore. They just Airlich doesn't like us as a faction, but Lathland and Ulade I could go after. Don't die, yeah. Easier said than done. I've been dying a lot recently. That is also partially due to my stupid decisions, but still. We need every bit of renown we can get at the moment. We have so many low-level troops. That's really worrying. We have so many skirmishers. We'll go after this horseman if we can. Let's just take him off his horse would be good. No, we don't seem to be very successful. Okay, there's one hit on the horse. Second hit on the horse, okay, that's better. Everyone charge, because they're coming in. Let's hope we can manage this, if not we'll need to pull back. I've got to try and do some damage here, otherwise we're never going to win. Because right now we're not actually winning this engagement. Deal with you. Horse is taking more damage than I would like. So am I. God damn it. Pull back, this could be a loss of renown. We're going to have to leave. We're going to have to leave him to his fate. We do not have the troops to take him on. Especially is... Okay, do a Lathan to here. Yay. I hate everything. We need to pull back to relative safety. Let's pull back to Edinburgh. Oh my goodness, no. And that's a friend, okay. Let's Don Chad with some troops with us, but we can't. Would you believe? Yeah, Wigston died, unfortunately. We was taken prisoner. But we were never going to be able to continuously. This is the problem, we can't continuously fight. Lethans are willing to conclude a peace. Now we're back up to 191 in our company. Look at that, like 2 battles and our the amount of men we can have just completely changes instantaneously. It's incredible. How many? 14. Okay, we'll take as many as we can because I want to be able to take back Balaverti if we can. I need to sell these prisoners somewhere. Where to Beppenber? Although we do have Thorstein with us, that's good. We have... Oh, we did have Dunchad for a little while. He's kind of following us, but he's not really. Villages under attack, they're just going to have to deal with that. Unfortunately, villages fall quite low on the level of people that we can go save at the moment. Airlich is also not willing to conclude a peace. Bloody brilliant. And pretty soon, I'm pretty sure Norway's going to come back and attack us again. So we're going to be struggling with 4 factions again. But we just have to deal with it. We'll redeem all our battle trophies. There's a lot of battle trophies, actually. And we'll head to the armourer or the goods merchant and just sell the rest of the stuff we can. I think we did level up there. We also need to get our wound healed, because I think that is pretty much about ready to become a permanent wound, which is a problem for us. So we're going to stroll through the town. Hopefully we can find... I don't actually know this town very well. Hopefully we can find the... It should be around here somewhere. So I'd rather not lose 1 charisma permanently, that's for sure. Problem is, I don't know where... He might be down by the ocean, actually. So we'll try that. We'll level up in a second. I know the healer is in Edinburgh, but I don't know if I have the time to get there or not. This music is too epic and intense for this situation, absolutely. Unfortunately, there's not that much music that this game has. Okay, let's trade with the locals. We're going to have to just find the healer somewhere else. How long do we have? Okay, so I've got 2 days. That's fine. I want to head to Jorvik though, if I can. Probably getting some more recruits along the way would be ideal. Would actually need to head into Middlesbrough, to be honest. It's 44 Reavers here. We'll deal with that just to help this village out. They'll means they'll like us a bit more. They should give us a few more high-level recruits, which would be good. Although these are Reavers, they do actually have a good amount of armour on them. Okay. If we can draw some of their fire, that'd be good. There's suddenly a lot of throwing weapons coming in after us, my word. Let's see if we can return fire, at least somewhat, to keep them distracted. There we go, at least one hit. The problem is, when you do these quests, half of them are just villagers who are obviously not very strong. Please leave me alone, don't knock me out again. We have a javelin sticking out our neck. Wonderful. Which now would be very, very painful indeed. Okay, you're dealt with. You are not dealt with, but you're sort of dealt with. Ow. Okay. You're dealt with. Let's do what we can to deal with that chap there. This chap here, before he throws a big old javelin in my face. There we go. And we need to go help out our villagers here because they seem to be struggling a little bit. There we go. We'll refuse any gifts they give us purely to get some more relation with the village. We'll get some renown, which is very useful indeed. 10 peasants, thank you very much, Middlesbrough. Much appreciated. I really want to sell these prisoners because I've got 2 very powerful lords in my prisoner group at the moment. Oh, how much are the Sphere Warriors? Oh, 6,000. We'll take them though because the Sphere Warriors are strong. And probably actually to recruit them at that level would require a similar amount of money. So while I'm not thrilled about it, we're going to have to just make it work. We do have the money to spare because we've been getting a lot of Been getting a lot of war trophies and battle trophies and similar. But the fact we haven't been able to make peace with anyone is a problem. We still haven't been able to sell anyone here. We'll go to Effingham West. Recruit some volunteers here, 6 Norse bowmen. We'll head to Hrepenham and then we're going to have to turn around, I think. There's some people here we can attack as well, that's fine. Again, that will just help the relations with this village, not bad at all. But I'm not entirely sure that we have the longevity within our faction to survive. I'm not entirely sure, but it's not looking that hopeful at the moment. So we're going to actually get off our horse because I think we'll have better chances doing it some other way. That javelin went through that man. Okay, we will do what we can to help this village. Chop your head off. Chop off as many heads as possible. All dealt with. This one's going to be a little bit better than the previous engagement was, that's for sure. But this also does give us some renown as well, which is useful, because I think that gets our party size back up. There's so much blood, look at all that. There we go. These sphere warriors definitely pay for themselves, that's for sure. 16 renown, and also helps our reputation. Wonderful. I don't know if this leader has any... Ah yes, the slave task, excellent. That gets us more troops pretty quickly. We just need to find where the slave is hanging out. Oh, we still haven't dealt with that issue. Hrepenham, you might just have to deal with it by yourself. Oh my goodness, so many strong factions. So many strong factions, and we're not one of them. Okay, we're going to run to Edinburgh because I know where the healer is there. Hrepenham's, we're going to have to take the loss on Hrepenham, I think, to be honest. Because we don't want to lose our own charisma. It's for certain. I mean, at least there might be a prison broker here in Edinburgh. We need to be quick. Get inside Edinburgh. Stroll through the town. We do know where the... I do know where the medic is in this town, or the healer, I should say. I think he's actually somewhere by the sea. So if we kind of go through this way, it's not really the ideal way to be going, but I think he is right by this. Yes, he's right here. There we go. No permanent wounds. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Please tell me there's a prison broker here. There is not, but there is a happy widow. I will take the... No, that's only for me. How much for the Finn archers? They're not armoured enough, really, for me to consider that. But I tell you what, I think we will leave it there for today. We've made... kind of gone one step forward, 2 steps back, slightly annoyingly. But we're going to have to... we have to make some progress somehow. In fact, before we... let's just have a quick... before we finish, we'll go have a quick look at Dunderverty, because we might be able to just be able to take it back ourselves, rather cheekily. And there's a ransom broker here. Excellent. I don't know if I need to ransom one of my companions. No, I don't. I'm going to very quickly go have a look at Dunderverty and see if it's feasible for me to take it back by myself. Ooh, 80 in there. Might be. Let's see if we can try it. Besiege the castle. Would you leave? You would. Excellent. Well, it's mine now. And we can take all these guys as troops. Excellent. Okay, before we finish then, I'm going to go back and distribute this to my lord, so I know I've done that. I'm going to have to give it probably, I don't know to who exactly, but we need to give it to Bodo and Elston, as they're the only 2 lords without any land, and we can't... we need to give lords some land, that's for sure. So before we do that, we're going to run. run back home as quickly as we can. Dunaverty still has some troops inside, which is good. But if we can give every single lord some land, it means that they shouldn't actively lose relation with us unless they keep on dying or get taken prisoner, etc. Aha, Wessex has returned, but for how long, I wonder? Oh, they've taken it. They've taken it from me, the bastards. They've taken Quilnam. How ridiculous is that? Oh no, I'm taking this. We're not even at war with them. What is this crap? Oh, now my courts are Dunaverty. Hostile action. I'm going to force these guys to give us supplies because I'm taking Wessex. I'm taking that bit off Wessex. I don't know why they've come here. That's incredibly annoying. We're taking this place back. That's for sure. I can't believe that our court is now at Dunaverty. That's incredibly annoying because it's so out of the way compared to the rest of our empire. I'm taking this back off Wessex. I don't care. Regardless of the cost, we've just... I'm incredibly annoyed that they've decided to... I could have declared war formally, but then I would have had to go all the way back to Dunaverty, and that would have taken too long. It's going to knock our reputation, understandably, from killing all these villagers, but hey ho. I was like, oh, Wessex have returned, and yet they returned in my lands. The bastards. There we go. Trifquil, would you believe, does not like us. We're going to leave this village alone. Village is at our mercy. Can we now go take Quilnam back? Yes, we can. Would you leave, please? Thank you. I'll take all these troops. And Wessex can bugger off. Go to the ruffians, we don't need them. We'll take the other kind of more important troops. I'll take Quilnam for myself in an effort to ensure that we can give because then our court should be here, I would imagine. Well, I hope it is. No, because it's going to require tools and silver. That's annoying. Well, I need someone to sit inside Quilnam. We can't just leave it completely undefended. Where's the garrison? We're going to put these 16 peasants inside. They can run the entire place. And then we need to run to Dunaverty quickly. Adam Wolf here has left the Kingdom of Britain and joined the Kingdom of Wessex, the bastard. As has Elfston. Great, we're losing all our lords. This has gone so badly wrong in the last 10 seconds, oh my word. And that means Caer Roged has now joined. Oh, for goodness sake. We're pretty much in all-out rebellion here. Run to Dunaverty. We're going to give land to whoever we can. Well, there's quite a few troops. Okay, well, we've got some new troops here. Some new lords. Oh, we've got all these Wessex lords, I see. We've got a bunch of new lords here. I'm going to give my vassals a fief. Balaverty can go to Don Chad because he needs it. Trifquil can go to Lord Bodo because he needs the relation. And Quilnam can go to this chap here because he also needs the relation. I can't believe we've sparked out an all-out rebellion in the last few seconds of this stream. Well, we're going to leave it there. We've clearly got some work to do with Wessex, who have become a resurgent faction in the last few seconds of this stream, which is just ridiculous. I'm taking them out. We're definitely going to take them out, but that's going to be next time. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.